join with Bob in giving you guys some information. I'm going to whip through this rather quickly because Bob, it's a 20-minute presentation. Bob said, that's fine, you've got 10 minutes, right? So I'm going to try to go quickly through this. But when we start the process, we're typically at the front end, and then we work with you throughout the process. But we have, it's kind of this, if you think of our involvement, it starts to taper off, and then Bob's involvement kind of increases as we go forward. But at the very start, you have to think about the design process, because nothing begins without design, right? That's our intention, our first step. So we're going to talk about what to do, but before we talk about what to do, we want to talk a little bit about what not to do. So what's not to do is to choose a bad designer. My wife was traveling, and there was a restaurant that has been recently renovated, and they had this set up in front where they had done this renovation, and it turned out terribly. And they were going to have to undo the renovation to the house, or to the, in this case it was a restaurant. I think that's all of our fear, that we'll work with the designer, we'll put this together, and oh my gosh, we're going to build this thing that's going to be not what we had intended. So we want to avoid that. We also want to understand the importance of good planning. The ready, fire, aim syndrome we get into sometimes. Notice right here what's going on. That's the view from the inside. Bad planning, I would say, in that case. That's a real picture. I can't create some of these things, by the way. The planning period is something else we talk about. This was actually introduced to me by one of my clients who was in manufacturing. And the idea, and if you've ever built before, you know this is true, and if you're getting ready to build, you'll know it's going to be true if you don't do this, and that's 1 hour planning before can save you 10 hours of adjusting during and 100 hours of fixing after. And you can very easily put dollar signs in front of all those numbers. So that's why, as Bob has been stressing, the planning. When Bob gets his team revved up and they hit the site, you don't want to be making a lot of decisions. You can be, but then you better have a larger budget, because as Bob has said, what can happen is this thing can kind of get out of track, so you want to have it all planned before we start. So the first thing you want to do is do the homework, understand the design process, and then you get to sit back and work with Bob and experience the magic. So let's talk about the homework, choosing the right designer. Bob has mentioned some very important things. History is very important. Who are they? Where have they been? Where are they going? You're really going to be forming a relationship with this person, and it needs to be something that feels as comfortable as, I always say, imagine we're going to be going on vacation together. Do you feel comfortable spending time? Because you're going to spend a lot of time with this person. References and recognition, this is paralleling what Bob had said, making sure that they've got their kind of credentials behind them. Their work style, this is very important too. How do they like to work? Does that parallel how you like to work? Are they quick and loose? Careful and measured. And a lot of times when Bob and I are interviewing clients, we're going to be trying to get a bead on that to see if we're a good fit. Because if we're not a good fit, that's okay. We can step aside and help them find their other path, but we want to make sure it's going to be a good fit for the particular client. And then, connection and chemistry. And I'm sure Bob has found this too. If you click, that's half the battle. If you don't click, you should probably end the interview early, save yourself the time and the other person's time, and just kind of send them on their way. That's probably the single most important part, is do you fit together? Because again, you're going to be working very closely over a number of weeks.